Welcome to our virtual tour of the second floor of Meeker Mansion Museum. This upper floor was the Meeker family's living area, and guests would not normally have been invited upstairs. The ceilings on the second floor are 12 feet high, and the only known original light fixture in the mansion is the center one in the upstairs hallway. When building the mansion, the Meekers knew electricity would soon be available, so they installed transition lighting fixtures. Because electricity wasn't always reliable or trusted, they kept their gas light shade facing up and had the option of using electric light with shades pointed down. Except for the one original fixture, the other second floor ceiling fixtures were found in the attic, converted to all electric sockets, and eventually reinstalled by the Historical Society. At the top of the grand staircase, immediately to your left, is the Meeker bedroom. The interior woodwork of this master bedroom is cherry wood, and it's where Eliza Jane slept. It features a walk-in closet with built-in armoire and shelves. Note the wooden shutters over the window here, one of only a handful of original shutters left in the house. The bed and dresser with mirror are all original to the room. The bedroom set with intricate carvings of leaves and decorative brass trim belonged to the Meekers and was mass-produced. There is an identical bedroom set located in a historic hotel in Port Townsend, Washington, and another set reported in a building in Utah. The chair in this room is a Meeker family heirloom, and Eliza Jane used this trunk on her trip to Europe. The rose floral design fireplace tile in this room came from the Hamilton Tile Works Company. We are currently working with a local artisan tile maker to replace missing and damaged tiles in the hearth. This is a highly challenging process since the original tiles used lead in the glazing to achieve the desired rose color. Today, there are no lead glazes available, so matching the original colors is especially difficult. The ceiling in this room fell at one point and will probably never be stenciled since we do not know the original design. Sally Hopkins, the renowned stencil artist who worked with her father on many of the mansion's ceiling paintings, has suggested there may be a stenciled frieze under the layers of paint in this room, and has recommended that exploratory removal of paint be done to verify the existence of a frieze design at the top of the walls as seen in the other rooms throughout the mansion. Next on the second floor is another indoor bathroom. Remember, Meeker Mansion was the first home in Puyallup to have indoor plumbing with hot and cold running water. While not completely restored, this is a fully functioning bathroom with a working replica of a Victorian-style pull-chain toilet that guests can use. Next is the maple room or guest suite, which is finished in curly maple. The wood has a light blonde finish with ripples in the grain pattern, creating a three-dimensional effect that appears as if the grain has curled along the length of the board. It's also referred to as fiddleback maple, in reference to its historic use for the backs and sides of violins. Ezra once wrote that Eliza Jane was offered $1,000 for the door in this room, an extraordinary amount for that time, but she emphatically turned it down and asked the gentleman to leave the home. The distinctive fireplace tile in this room also came from the Providential Tile Works Company in Trenton, New Jersey. You will notice two intersecting thin light-colored wood strips in the floor of this room. These replaced wood flooring that was removed to access and repair electrical wires and lights on the first floor. Many believe Ezra may have used this room because of its size and the view of Meeker Avenue from the bay window. The ceiling in this room is under restoration. Sally Hopkins, who we mentioned earlier in the video, has done extensive work carefully removing layers of paint to reveal the original ceiling designs. Progressing from south to north in the guest suite, the design will depict a hop vine in various stages of growth as it moves across the ceiling. You can see faint images of leaves on the existing ceiling. The frieze, which is painted at the top of the walls, will be more complicated with hop barns, flowers, clouds, and more, and will be done freehand by Ms. Hopkins. This is different than other friezes throughout the mansion, which consist of back-to-back repeated stencil designs around the room. The ceiling in this room has sustained damage and is currently under restoration to repair the plaster. Guests can easily see plaster repair washers in and near the decorative ceiling medallion, which anchors the plaster firmly against the lath, stopping cracks and sagging. Almost 80 trains per day travel on the railroad tracks near the mansion, which, over time, has caused damage to the aging plaster throughout the house. It is estimated it will take $50,000 to $65,000 to fully repair the ceiling and restore the painted designs and frieze in this room. As you travel down the second floor hall, you will pass by a vintage church pew from a local church, as well as a framed crazy quilt made from vintage silks and textiles that came across the Oregon Trail with the pioneer family in the 1850s. Next is the guest bedroom, commonly referred to as the balcony bedroom because of the small balcony on the exterior of the home under the two large picture windows. This room is finished in cedar, has a walk-in closet, and a white marble sink. Though originally intended for daughter Olive's use, she married Roderick McDonald, her father's bookkeeper, prior to moving in and never actually lived in her parents' new home. A photo of their wedding held at the mansion is located in the downstairs hallway. The ceiling colors in this room are quite dramatic, and the paint has a sheen or high gloss that is different from most rooms in the mansion, though common in the Victorian era. The 1840s vintage bedroom set in this room is made of butternut wood with carvings that are reminiscent of the frieze design around the ceiling. One of the two windows in this bedroom was replaced with a door to access the required second-floor fire escape when the mansion was used as a nursing home. The door will eventually be removed and replaced with a walk-through window as in the original mansion design. These large windows opened to a height a person could easily walk through. Traveling further down the hall, you will notice two large glass display cases. The exhibits in these cases change and are used to highlight priceless Meeker clothing and artifacts for visitors to examine and enjoy during their tours. The last room at the end of the hallway is the yellow room, also called the morning room because of the sunlight that streams in through the window each morning. Finished in ash wood, the color and ceiling design are repeated in the yellow fireplace tile, which is from the Providential Tile Company in Trenton, New Jersey. While traveling family members may have stayed in this room, we believe Mrs. Meeker likely used it as a private retreat for reading, writing letters, and mending. The yellow settee in this room was made in London and was in the mansion in 1890. A direct descendant of the Meeker family recently donated this settee to the Historical Society to be displayed in the mansion. Upon leaving the yellow room, on your right at the end of the hall is another walk-through window which opens out onto the upper balcony over the front porch of the mansion. The colored glass in the window changes color when the panels are open. Looking up at the ceiling, you will see designs which were uncovered when restoration work began. Smoke damage from multiple fires at the mansion is easily seen. Fragments of color below the pink indicate there is a painted ceiling underneath as well. This area of the hall ceilings is slated for restoration work in the future. There is also speculation that a decorative carved wooden arch, similar to the one just inside the carriage entrance, may have been located near the yellow room door trim. More research is being done to verify this. At the south end of the hallway is the second floor servants' quarters, which were more functional and less decorative in design. A separate door closed off the area and allowed privacy for the family. There are transom windows on this floor above the doors in the family area to help provide circulation of air. The casements around the glass in some of the transoms have been feather painted to depict wood grain and are the only painted woodwork found in the mansion. The rooms in the servants' quarters lack transom windows, and the bullseye cedar woodwork is notably less ornate than elsewhere in the house. There are 3 rooms in the servants' area, though we are unaware of any servants who ever lived at the mansion. One of the rooms in this area has no closet and is currently used as the office for the Historical Society. There is also a small changing room or water closet, and a 3rd room with a walk-in closet used for rotating exhibits and displays. These rooms were painted plain with no ceiling designs. The utilitarian staircases off the servants' quarters are simple in design and have cedar wainscoting on the bottom half of the stairwells. One staircase leads down to the kitchen. The other staircase provides access to the attic, which can only be seen during our total mansion tours. Windows with original wooden shutters are strategically located at the landings to provide light. A house like this was built from the outside in, and these full-size windows provide symmetry viewed from the outside. The stairway walls are slated for restoration to remove the wallpaper, which was reportedly installed sometime in the 1960s. The existing metal casing leading down to the kitchen was installed sometime during the mansion's use as a nursing home and is slated for future restoration. Certain places in the servants' area are currently being restored and stripped of paint so that it can be appropriately stained and sealed to its original finish. We hope you have enjoyed this virtual tour of the second floor of Meeker Mansion. If you have any questions or would like information about our specialty tours and calendar of events, please feel free to ask a docent in the gift shop entrance area or visit our website at meekermansion.org. Thank you for touring Meeker Mansion Museum.